think we have to add Kenyon Sadiq in there because you talk about a mismatch problem. I think he should be included as far as a receiver.
But you want to talk about a different pass-catching weapon, a power slot, incredible speed, can hurdle over defenders and really do everything. He is a unique athlete.
You talking all the way up at 16?
Yeah, I'm talking about at 16.
Many expected a wide receiver at number 16, but Bart and Connor were on it with Oregon tight end Kenyon Sadiq, named tight end of the year in the Big Ten. Sadiq had 51 catches with 8 receiving touchdowns, the most in the country at his position. I caught up with Kenyon about the whirlwind of the last 3 days.
Obviously, kind of said a lot of emotions. This is a dream come true for me. So, getting to experience it one with my family and, close friends, it's awesome.
For Jets fans who haven't seen you play, how would you describe your game?
Yeah, a little bit of aggression. You can definitely see the passion that I have for the game, but fast and versatile for sure.
What areas of your game do you think you've improved the most over the past year?
Yeah, I would just say blocking the run game. It's just something that I've always kind of wanted to pride myself on, so improving those little things to be efficient at the next level.
You'll now be sharing a tight end room with Mason Taylor, who was a second-rounder last year. Yeah. How beneficial do you think it'll be to learn from someone who just went through this transition to the pros a year ago?
Yeah, obviously he's a great player. He did a lot of great things last year, and I'm excited to just kind of, find my role in the tight end room and fit in with those guys because obviously they do a great job, so it'll just be about finding my role within that room.
You grew up in Idaho. It's very different from New York. Are you excited to take advantage of the New York area?
100%. Getting familiar with the area, getting to explore, the city, but also, the Jersey side of it as well. And just to get to meet the people around here would be amazing.
Freaky athlete. You see it on the field, and you definitely saw it in Indianapolis in the history of tight ends at the NFL Combine. Kenyon Sadiq posted the fastest ever 40-yard dash, the second highest vertical jump, and the third largest broad jump. So, Connor, the first question, most importantly, Idaho? How did a kid from Idaho become a first-round pick and end up in New York?
Ridiculous, right? Not shocking that he said at the Combine he was pretty good at rebounding in basketball growing up. I'm sure that wasn't too hard for him in the Idaho level as well. But
bushel basket?
What's that?
He playing with a bushel basket?
Yeah,
basket?
All right, let's get into the Kenyon Sadiq film here because obviously he's got excellent speed right off the line of scrimmage, but the adjustments to the football as well. He's a natural pass catcher, right? He's carved out of granite, but at 240 pounds, he can make adjustments, and he's also super physical into his routes, as you're going to see in the next play. Just using your body as more of a slot receiver to shield the coverage. Just on a 4th and 2, got to have it. It doesn't have to be swift separation, but you got to make this ball fight while fighting through contact, and he could do that. But the next play is what I really love. You got to get after it in the run game if you're going to play tight end. It can't all be about a pass catcher. How are you against a defensive end as you finish through that block? Kenyon Sadiq, that's something that he's really grown into at Oregon. He was a dynamic pass-catching threat, but somebody that can really get after it in the run game on the line of scrimmage, off the line of scrimmage on the perimeter. They'd use him in motion as a lead blocker. They'd play him at fullback to block as well. So yeah. I love the demeanor. He's a physical football player. He's not just about being a receiver.
Also incredibly versatile. Bart, why were you so high on him as an option at number 16?
Because the toughest personnel that I ever had to go against was Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez, and he shows a lot of Aaron Hernandez / Dustin Keller. He's like a stronger, faster Dustin Keller. Dustin Keller was a teammate of mine. He creates so much mismatch problems because his ability to line up at his slot. But what are you going to do? You're going to put a linebacker there, he's going to kill that linebacker. You put a safety there, he's too big for a safety, and he's faster. So, he creates so much matchup problems, it's going to create space for everybody else. Like I said before, the Tiger personnel or 2 tight end sets are one of the hardest sets to deal with. You looked at it in Baltimore when you had Likely
and Mark
Andrews, right? You look at, last year what Pittsburgh did. It's difficult because you don't have enough big bodies, and if you have big bodies, they're usually specialists. So what happens if when you go to that personnel and you decide to come and put a little nickel out there because you're like, okay, we'll play Tiger personnel like it's sub. So treat him like a receiver. Okay, if you're going to treat him like a receiver, you're going to put a nickel there. I'm going to run the ball there. You see what he just did to the DN? What do you think he'll do to a 185-pound nickel? He's going to be looking for a way.
Roll him up.
Yeah, roll him up.
The code the NFL is trying to crack right now is how do we get bigger but not give up speed?
Yeah.
The Rams are running 13 personnel with 3 different tight ends on the field. The Bears drafted Colston Loveland after extending Cole Kmet. Everybody wants to be bigger because when you're bigger, you in theory can run the ball downhill. But if you can also look big and play small, which is playing fast but not be small, that's what all the great teams are doing. Everybody's trying to crack that code. Kenyon Sadiq was one of the players in the draft that allows you to do that.
Yeah. The Jets also got another pass catcher in Omar Cooper Jr. He climbed your big board up over the last couple of months, Connor. How did he do that? Why?
I ranked him ahead of Mekhi Lemon because I care about size and speed. He's bigger than Mekhi Lemon. He's faster than Mekhi Lemon. And I thought just the overall ability, we talk about him in the slot because that's what he did for a national title team. But let's not forget in 2024, he played a ton of snaps on the outside where he averaged over 21 yards per reception. So this is someone to me very dangerous with the ball in his hands because he's got good pound-for-pound strength, but he's also got the right body control, focus. He can make acrobatic catches. So this goes back to our conversation we just had with Kenyon Sadiq. And the Jets got to get better in the red zone. Omar Cooper can help with that. Sadiq can help with that. They're trying to be very multiple, whether it's Cooper is in the slot on this look, Garrett Wilson's in the slot on this look. We're going to use condensed formations. Sadiq might be playing on the line of scrimmage, but next to Mason Taylor, so he's not blocking an edge defender. You want to throw so many different looks. We're going to see what Frank Reich has left in the tank, because I love that Bart opened it and said, what excuses are left? This is a good offensive line. You're deep at pass catcher. You're big. You're fast. In theory, you're going to be able to run the ball with Breece Hall. It's all there, but it's on the play calling and the coach to keep defenses guessing. Yeah,
Willie, how will Cooper complement Garrett Wilson and Adonai Mitchell? What do you think?
He fits a broader strategy, meaning that he gives Geno options, which is important. And on top of that, he's going to be a complement to Garrett Wilson. And, listen, I think from a talent standpoint, he raises the bar, and then he's going to be versatile. So I also think if you're looking at a receiver core that was bottom of the league, I mean, they were bad in every category. I mean, it make no qualms about it. So now we have an opportunity where you're looking at Garrett, you're looking at this young man, and you're looking at a receiving core who's competent. And that's the biggest thing with this team in this draft. We just wanted to see a competent outfit roll out there and compete. Now we have an opportunity because of the way we drafted, especially Omar Cooper. And by the way, I think for Omar, the goal is to go out there, get in the slot, and cause hell, right? Like as much as, because there's going to be so much attention paid to Garrett Wilson, you have to eat. It's not even a question. You got to be the guy that dominates out of the slot, so that can open up the playbook. And I think that's the goal. I think that's the goal with Sadiq and Coop. They got to expand this playbook, right? Because when you're deficient in the run game or things aren't working out, things start to shrink, man. They need more options. They need more versatility. I thought they attacked that in the draft, and especially with Omar Cooper.
Like Connor said, they added the pieces. You have no excuses now.